This week on The Lead, we take an inside look at Lewisville High School's Chin Club.
And Marcus and the Colony at the LISD FFA Show. All this and more coming up. Hi, I'm Joseph Standifer.
And I'm Destiny Paxton, and this is The Lead. First up, we have Hebron, where two very passionate girls are promoting body positivity.
Anna Wee has more on the story.
Body image has become a growing issue among teenage girls. There has been pressures to look a certain way, to act a certain way, and to be a certain size. But there are two girls at Hebron who are challenging those standards with their talents and passions.
I feel like my art is like an outlet to send out a message that I want to tell people. I've personally received comments from other people about their opinions on my body, like how I'm too skinny. So that's why I wanted to do a piece about body positivity.
I feel like my blog is just allowing all of these conversations that would have never happened to have some way of starting. There are a lot of people who have reached out to me who struggle with the same thing, and it's very interesting because if I had never started my blog, I would have never known.
Corinne Chalou, one of Claire's models, tells us how social media has impacted the issue of body image.
There's like an image of a perfect body on social media, and girls think they have to follow that when their body is enough.
The fact that we have to manipulate our pictures and how we're posed, how we look, how we're like, the fact that that has to be acceptable in order to post it is ridiculous.
I guess my main message is that everyone should accept themselves and also accept other people for how they are. There's that set standard that everyone follows, but everyone is different.
Although society pushes many expectations, it's nice to have students like Jacqueline and Claire inspire other girls. For The Lead, I'm Hannah Wee.
The Marcus Black History Club announced its Taste of Soul event. Faculty, staff, and students are invited to purchase tickets to receive a plate of soul food. Tickets are $5 each and will be on sale from February 19th through the 28th. Tickets are limited and will not be sold before or during the event, so buy them now.
Last Saturday, the Marcus Air Force JOTC held its annual military ball. The event serves as a way to congratulate the cadets for their hard work over the past school year. The cadets from both fall and spring semester held fundraisers in order to raise money for the event. This year's military ball included a Southern-style dinner and guest speakers from the Air Force, followed by the dance.
The Colony High School is hosting their very own male beauty pageant, Mr. TCHS. Those who are selected will demonstrate their talents and skills, such as dancing and playing the piano. The pageant is set for Wednesday, March 4th from 6 to 8 p.m. in the Colony High School's auditorium. The winner gets a scholarship, and the top three will compete for Mr. LASD in April. It is too late to sign up, but don't miss out on seeing these gentlemen take the stage.
On February 20th, the FMHS Boys and Girls Choir had their Liebeslieder concert in the auditorium. The concert featured a variety of German love songs, such as Liebeslieder Walzer by Johannes Brahms, as well as a few contemporary pieces. Student teacher Miss Catherine Davidson also made her conducting debut at the event. That looked like a really fun event. Looked like the students worked really hard to get where they are today.
Yeah, I actually got a chance to attend, and I will say that they put on a great show. Speaking of fun, the LHS Chin Club hosted a festival recently. Blake Rawls was able to get the inside scoop.
We're here at Lewisville High School for the annual Chin Festival, where the community gets together to celebrate Chin culture with singing, dancing, and even a fashion show.
This festival is just to let other people, our teacher or any other people that don't know about the Chin culture, and basically just to show who the Chin people are and our culture and what we do.
The guest speaker of the night was Dr. Yi Chen, commenting on experiences as a refugee.
I think as refugees, some of the hardships obviously is, especially the journey that one takes to leave one's country of birth, especially in a country of birth such as Myanmar, where basic fundamental human rights that we take for granted have been deprived. And then as a refugee, once you get to your adopted country or your new country, place, then it's learning the cultures, the language, the different opportunities that are there. So I think we forget that we have it so good, you know, whether it's the privilege of being able to go to school, not being fearful that you could be bombed by a person, or your life and liberty and you're safe. And also finding out a way to either do whatever you can in your own, to use your privilege and your position to help others.
The night was filled with dance, singing, and celebration that left everyone with a smile on their face.
My favorite thing is just seeing everyone here celebrating our culture with us and just seeing their bright smile when we do all of our traditional dance, fashion show, yeah.
And for the lead, I'm Blake Rawls.
Lewisville juniors and seniors, listen up. During the Color Palooza on Saturday, April 18th, a scholarship will be awarded to 3 students based on their sidewalk chalk art. The awards range from $500 for third place, $700 for second, and $1,200 for first. The event will take place in front of the Lewisville City Hall from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Entry forms must be received by March 27th. Use the link in the description for more information.
AP students, don't forget that the deadline for AP test registration is February 28th at 8 a.m. This is for students who are currently in an AP class and have not yet registered for their exams in May. Hurry and sign up unless you want to pay a late fee of $25 per exam.
LISD High School Art Show was hosted last week. Art pieces made by high school students were put in the display at MCL Grand Theater in Old Town Lewisville for all to see. Categories range from drawing, ceramics, photography, and more. All of those who entered the preliminary competition and won in their chosen category were showcased at the event. Congratulations to all the winners.
Students from the colony's Future Farmers of America Club got a chance to show off their animals. Joe actually got a closer look at this unique event.
It's food and fun here at the Chester Boyd Agricultural Center, where the 40th annual Future Farmers of America show is taking place.
I like seeing all the kids participate and show their animals. I have 6 students that will be showing cattle today later, and then also have some of my students that are at the colony are showing pigs today, so that's why I'm here to support them.
The FFA members said the club has taught them many valuable life lessons and that they were excited to show off their skills to their family.
I feel like it's really taught me responsibility, and now every day I have to come here twice a day to feed my pig.
I think learning how hard work and what it takes, and just the community here is really great.
I have little cousins, and when they come out here and they see their faces and they're so happy about it, it's just it's rewarding to see little kids' faces.
The students in FFA said the club is helping to prepare them for their future.
I plan to go into physical therapy with horses.
I want to be a large animal vet.
It will help me in the nursing field, because here we have to administer shots and medicine and stuff, and so I now know how to take care of animals medically, and I can apply that in the medical field.
A Texas-sized event here for sure, brought to you by the next generation of farmers. For the lead, I'm Joseph Standifer.
Well, that looked like a really cool event.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was great to go there and see all the animals. The food was really great, and it was really great to see all the students who had worked so hard and gotten great accomplishments in the field of farming. Speaking of accomplishments, this past weekend, Tech West Wood Tech students took home first, second, and third place at this year's District 4 Skills USA cabinet making competition. With this triumphant achievement, Nathan Newburn and Ezekiel Forbes from Flower Mound, as well as Rodrigo Lopez from the Colony, will be going on to state. They will represent LISD for the 24th time in the past 25 years of the program. Great job, gentlemen, and good luck.
Last Friday at Tech East, STEM practicum students launched their rockets. The launches were in preparation for the Battle of Rockets in the American Rocketry competitions in April. Fernanda Galvez and Harshini Siddharthan had help learning how to launch their rockets with Jack Sprague, a member of the Dallas Rocketry Society. Unfortunately, Dia Baby, the builder of the rocket, was unable to make it to the launch. Good luck to Team Down X with their rocket. After the break, I'll be getting the scoop on LHS Principal Mr. Kosh on this edition of Icebreaker.
And we'll take a look at all the sports news from around the district.
This episode of The Lead is sponsored by Chick-fil-A. Visit any of their locations around the LISD area and eat more chicken.
Hi, I'm Destiny Paxton, and this is Icebreaker, where we get an inside scoop on our principals. Today I'm here with Principal Kosh from Lewisville High School. Thanks for joining me today. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Could you tell us about your ice cream bowl that you have there?
It's very plain, very simple. It's chocolate ice cream with some peanuts, and it's simple, kind of like how I am.
Yes, I have like a little mix with vanilla and chocolate and a few toppings that we have here.
Wonderful.
Yes. So I'm going to ask you a few questions, okay. And we'll start now. If you could be any superhero, who would you be?
Oh goodness, probably a superhero. I'd be somebody that could fly.
Okay.
I get tired of walking. I don't exercise much, but maybe if I
feel
could
that.
fly, I could get around a lot quicker and have a little fun doing it.
Yeah, I can understand that, especially in the hallways at school.
That's right.
Yeah. All right, so what's an embarrassing moment that you don't mind sharing?
Oh, I think I was my freshman year in college, and it was a day kind of like today, kind of rainy and dreary outside, and I was waiting on the bus outside my dorm to take a bus to my first class, and I slipped and I fell.
Oh my gosh.
And then I went down completely on the ground. The bad part was there was about 30 or 40 people behind me waiting to get on the bus, and I had to pick myself up, and I think it was the first day of classes too, so I had to pull myself together quick.
Yeah,
that was pretty embarrassing.
Yeah, that is. Okay, so you're the newest addition to a crayon box. What color would you choose and why?
I think I would be, oh goodness, some type of maroon is my favorite color, and so maybe farmer maroon.
Okay, I like that. What is your spirit animal?
Oh goodness, my spirit animal. Well, it'll probably a dog of some sort.
Why?
Why? Maybe they're fast, maybe they can run, maybe they kind of march to a beat of their own. Yeah, good. Some type of dog.
Okay. And how do you enjoy spending your weekends?
I enjoy my weekends with my family, whether it's going to watch my boys play sports or their activities, or spending time with my wife. You know, it's pretty full throttle Monday through Friday at school with school events and their busy schedules as well. So Saturday and Sunday is really family time.
Yeah, same here, same here. All right, so we're gonna now go into our rapid pace part of the show. And I'm gonna ask you a few either or questions, and you'll just wanna answer with one word. So Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Wars.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Caramel or caramel?
Caramel.
Movie or book?
Movie.
Netflix or Hulu?
Netflix.
Night or morning person?
Morning.
Hip hop or rock? Okay. Sweet or sour?
Sour.
Hot weather or cold weather?
Cold weather.
Fruit or vegetables?
Fruit.
Samsung or Apple?
Apple.
Basketball or baseball?
Basketball.
Vanilla or chocolate?
Chocolate.
Oh, yeah. Pancakes or waffles?
Pancakes.
City or countryside?
Countryside.
All right. So I'd like to ask you if you have any specific group or person that you'd like to shout out from your school.
Probably I'd like to shout out my secretary, Kay Sutton, and all the ladies and the people in the front offices that really keep the school running and moving smooth. Without them, things wouldn't be as great at the schools, at any of the schools. It's the people who run the front offices that make it happen.
Right. All right, well, I'd like to thank you again for joining me today, and thank you guys for tuning in to this episode of Icebreaker. Coming up, we'll take a look at sports news from all around the district.
You're watching the Lead Sports Update with Kellen Croxton.
Welcome back to the Lead Sports. To start off this episode, we have Anaya Nelson. Anaya Nelson, a senior at Hebron High School, is the first female in school history to qualify for the UIL State Wrestling Tournament. The competition was hosted in Cypress, Texas at the Berry Center this past weekend. She competed against some of the best female wrestlers in the state, and although she didn't place, she managed to make her mark on Hebron wrestling history. Congratulations, Anaya. Now, in the last episode, we followed the Flower Mound swim team on their journey to the state meet. Flower Mound did extraordinarily well at the meet, with the girls placing 3rd in state and the boys placing 14th. Maggie Golston finished 4th in the 500 freestyle and lowered the school record in the process. Helena Pansizin also lowered the school record, this time in the 100-meter backstroke, while placing 1st in the consolation final. Congrats to all Flower Mound swimmers on a very successful swim season. Now moving on to our soccer standings, starting off with our boys standings, we want to go ahead and highlight that Marcus is currently undefeated at a 9-0, and that Hebron and Capel are fighting for that playoff spot at 2-3-3 and 3-4-2. And moving on to the girls standings, Flower Mound's undefeated on this side, and the Jags are dominating, ranked 2nd in state. And Capel and Hebron are currently battling for 3rd place with a tied record at the moment. And moving on, Lewisville's also moving on to basketball. We have some basketball playoff action with the Mound scoring numerous three-pointers to gain a fast lead. The strong defense and high-scoring offense from Flower Mound led them to a 42-28 lead going into the half. Going into the second half, Keller fought back with an aggressive defense and shot in the paint, but couldn't get out of the hole they dug in the first half. This led the Jaguars, on the other hand, to use this to their advantage and were able to stretch their lead to 20 points in what became a blowout win for the Jaguars and is going to hopefully provide the Jaguars to be able to go on to the second round. Now moving on to the Colleyville Heritage highlights, the Colleyville played against the Colleyville Heritage in their first round playoff game. Things looked good early on as they were on fire with deep shots, and the strong shooting from the Colony almost put the game away early as they were able to get up by double digits in the second quarter. However, a streak of key plays from Colleyville Heritage in the third quarter led this to be a nail-biter. While the Cougars fell into a slump, they were able to get the game tied 42-42. Unfortunately for them, the lack of shot clock made it so Colleyville could easily stall for 2 minutes until the clock was nearly out, then made a key game winner. The Colony falls to Colleyville 42-42. Moving on to other basketball scores in the district, the Farmers were able to top Byron Nelson 71-61. This Lewisville offense has proven to outpace teams early, did just that, and although the Farmers barely snuck into the postseason, they showed that they belong in the playoffs. Moving on to our final basketball team in the postseason, the Marauders fell to Geyer 58-53 in what was a close game, and a tough loss for the Marauders. While this loss is unfortunate, mid-season it didn't even look like the Marauders would make the playoffs. However, with a late rally in the second half of the season, maybe the Marauders found something that can put them back in the race for the state title next year. And moving on to the girls' side, there's only one team left, and that's the Colony Girls. Unfortunately, the Colony Girls ended their playoff win streak with a 50-64 loss to Mansfield Timberview. While an upsetting loss, the Lady Cougars made it further than any other LISD basketball team in the district, girls team in the tournament, making it to the regional quarterfinals. Now with our Player of the Week, Jules Spear with a string of impressive playoff performances is our Player of the Week. In the Colony's first 3 playoff games, Jules scored 72 points, had 27 points, 12 rebounds, and 4 blocks just in last Friday night's game alone. Her impressive stats were a major reason why the team was able to make it this far. And finally, Lewisville Sports Media Network will be broadcasting the Boys Soccer Mound Showdown on March 6th at 7:30. That's all for sports news this episode. Now back to Destiny and Joe at the news desk.
Are you guys ready to hear this week's contest?
Last week, we asked you to DM us what film won the most awards at the Oscars. This week's winner is Ronaldo Salvador from Hebron. Congrats, Ronaldo, you've just won Chick-fil-A gift card. Missed out this time? Don't worry, you have another chance.
So tweet or DM us the name of the want song on the Billboard charts this week. You may have a shot at winning this week's contest.
If you want to know more about what's happening in the district, or want a story you have covered, follow us on Twitter at LISDidlead or email us at lisdidlead@gmail.com. Thanks for watching. I'm Joseph Stanford.
And I'm Destiny Paxton, and we'll see you next time.